And we are live. This is an impromptu live chat. We'll wait and see if anybody joins in real quick. So I decided to kind of do one of these because it seems like all my friends are doing them right now. Kind of like just a weekly, not that this is going to be weekly, but just kind of like a live, hey, here's everything I've gotten. Let's hang out, let's chat kind of a thing. So I figured, what the heck? All my buddies are doing them. Let's try one now as well. Throw that out there. And see if anybody joins in. So, yeah, I've seen some of my buddies from the Combros. Fire Talks has done a couple of these. Tabi just did one last week. And it's just kind of fun, impromptu, like, hey, here's some stuff that I've gotten in the mail this week. Let's talk about it. Let's hang out. Let's chat. And yeah, so figured, give us a chance to catch up, that kind of a thing. So we'll wait and see. We'll do a few minutes, see if anybody joins in. And we'll start talking about stuff. I see some people coming through. How's it going, everybody? Chime in the chat. Let me know who you are. And if you hear any noise in the background, I just started running both my 3D printers. They've been silent for about a week, which is weird. I haven't. Hey, Quentin, how are you doing? I haven't really printed anything in like a week, I think, which is really rare. Usually these printers are running something 24/7. It's very rare that they go for more than a day without something. I posted a picture of it on my community. I kind of designed a disc holder for the Famicom disk system. I was looking for some kind of a storage because I got a handful of discs that are loose, and I just kind of needed a way to store them. So I was looking for pictures online and see if anybody had like any STLs that they'd put out there. And I found this really cool one. In fact, I'll go and grab it real quick since, while we're still waiting for people to join in, I'll go grab it. So I saw this disc holder online. I saw pictures of something like this. And this is, for those that don't know, this is Discoon or Discoon. It's kind of like the mascot for the Famicom disk system in Japan. And I'd seen somebody had made something that looked very similar to this. It was basically a sandwich of Discoon with a tray to put discs in the middle. So I was looking for that, and there were no STL files available anywhere online. Whoever designed that one was selling them. And so you either buy it from him or nothing, right? They weren't selling the STL files or making them available or anything like that. And I was still thinking, you know what? I really just kind of want to make something myself. So with that, just straight up, just kind of ripped them off, if for lack of a better term. I found the 3D model for Discoon. And so then I imported that into my 3D modeling software. I took a couple of my discs right here and I just took measurements. And I just kind of designed a little slot for the case to fit in, made 10 of those, put them together, and then sandwiched them between two Discoons. And there you go. I think the one that I saw online made 8 of them, or rather held 8 discs. This one holds 10 if they're cased, 20 if they're loose. So what do you think about Godzilla -1 and Skybound Transformers comics? That's a comic that's like a crossover comic that they're doing? I haven't heard about that. I know Godzilla -1 won an award at the Oscars last night, which is really cool. I saw that movie 3 times in theaters. That is my absolute favorite Godzilla movie ever. That was such an amazing movie. So, but yeah, let me know. In fact, let me look that up. Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1. So is all I'm finding is that Skybound Comics makes a Godzilla -1 comic. Hey, Bingo on Toys, how's it going? Oh man, hey Ionicus, how you doing? I don't know if you've heard the stories about this guy. This was a gift at TFCon in Orlando from Treebot. I almost said his actual name. Hey, Fire Talks, how's it going? Hey, man, look at me copying you. Just kind of like, hey, look at everything I got. Not Fire Talks. Treebot got one of these from Rodimus Primal at TFCon. And then I just started playing with it and just going crazy with it. I'd never experienced this mold before. And I knew that this is supposed to be like one of the worst toys ever. And then I just started having fun with it. And we're actually really having fun with it, with the gimmicks and just kind of playing to the fact that it's supposed to be a crappy toy. And just kind of having my own fun. And then I started doing what Treebot very, very kindly referred to as gaslighting. Apparently, I was gaslighting people into thinking that this is a good toy. That's what he was saying. Hey, Vinny's here. How's it going, Ninja Bill? Hello, how are you? Billy White, thanks for stopping in. So at some point during the show, I'm talking with somebody. I'm actually talking with one of the toy dealers that's like lives right up the street from me. And I was just chatting, kind of catching up and whatnot. A Treebot comes up behind me. He's like, I'm putting something in your, because I feel my bag. Somebody's like rifling through my bag. And it's Treebot. He's like, hey, Bert, it's me. I'm putting something in your bag. It's a gift. No takebacks. You'll see it later. It was this. So I got my own. I've reviewed this. This is actually a very fun toy. I like it. I unironically like that toy a lot. Bert always gaslighting people. For those of you that don't know, Warwolf Airsoft and I used to work together. And you know how there's like memes and stories about like when you and your best buddy get put on the same shift and it's just shenanigans. Those memes were created about me and Vinny. Like the most fun person I have ever worked with was Vinny. I truly, honestly miss working with Vinny. I don't miss that line of work, but I truly, honestly miss working with him. He really, honestly made that job bearable. So, all right, we got some people in the chat. What did you think about the new Optimus Prime car robots in disguise figure they revealed? Are you talking about the HasLab, Billy White? Because I just backed that last week. Let's talk about some stuff that I got in. Only one Transformer. We'll start with that one since you guys probably just saw the video this morning. MP44 KO. I picked this guy up. So I've said it for years. Ever since they revealed this figure, I was never going to pay the asking price for this figure ever. It was just too much. It was too much. Even without the trailer, it was too much. It was just not worth it. And there are better options, honestly. Even now that I have this one, I'll still continue to say there are better options. The Transform Element, the TE01, or the Magic Square Light of Peace. Flip a coin. Either one of those is better than this one. Hands down. And I have them both. In fact, TE01 was a gift. It was probably like the first gift that I've ever gotten from a viewer that is not somebody that I knew in person. Right? Like I'd gotten gifts like, hey, Bert, here's this for you to review. But it was usually people that I knew that were trying to kind of like help me out with the channel, right? This was the first time that somebody had ever given me something like that. Somebody reached out to me, somebody that I did not know, that said, hey, I watch your channel. I want to send you something. And they sent me that TE01. So that is a figure that I'll never get rid of because of that. You know, so, and then Light of Peace I got, I think, last year. Again, flip a coin. Either one of those figures is better than MP44. However, this came up for me on Facebook Marketplace. Like it just says Masterpiece Optimus Prime's for sale. And I ignored it like 2-3 times. And after like the 4th or 5th time that it popped up on my Facebook, I clicked on it and I looked at it. And there was like a shelf full of MP scale Optimus Primes. He had the Fans Hobby. Yeah, is it Fans Hobby? The same guy that made the Powerizer. I think it's Fan Hobby. The G2 Laser Optimus Prime with the shoulder pads. I reached out to him about that one, and he almost immediately responded and said, "I already sold it." So I'm looking through the pictures and all the other ones I have, and then I saw MP44 KO. I'm like, you know what? What he was asking for it was actually really good. I'm like, you know what? I'll pay that much to experience this mold. So I'm glad I got it. I'm glad that I got it for the price that I got it. I'm glad that it's the KO with the smaller backpack, no electronics, no trailer, but who cares? Honestly, I don't have room for trailers anymore. I'm glad that I got it, and I'm glad that I got to experience this mold. But honestly, if you're looking for an MP40 or like an MP Optimus Prime that's like cartoon accurate, Transform Element or Magic Square, flip a coin. Either one of those is a better buy than this. So there you go. Let's see. I'm putting this in your bag. Oh, Fire Talks is retelling the story of how I came about that site. So I bet TFCon. What do you think about the new? Okay, yeah, I have the mold. Ninja Bill Reviews. I have the mold. One of the cool things about that is that it's reminiscent of G1's Kids mold with that bike mini. Oh, you're talking about this guy right here. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Rodimus Primal was telling me actually he was supposed to be, they got the names mixed up. His minicon is Nightbeat. And he was saying, what he was telling me is that the main figure was supposed to be Nightbeat and the minicon was supposed to be Sideswipe, and they got the names flipped. And that actually makes a lot of sense when you look at the car and when you look at the robot, like kind of like the face of the robot, it actually makes sense for this to be Nightbeat and not Sideswipe. And then the minicon is just absolutely terrible. Gen 1 Red Alert, howdy there. I picked up the Silver Legs KO Prime. Talking about this mode right here. Yep. It's the KO is the way to go. If you just want to experience like I wonder what MP44 is like without paying like what an Eternia is worth. Get it. Get the KO, man. It's absolutely worth it. Absolutely. Billy White, I'm referring to the new Optimus Prime figure they revealed for the 40th anniversary panel from Hasbro. I have not seen the 40th anniversary panel from Hasbro. So no, I have not seen it. So and then it's just people saying hi to each other. Ninja Bill, I agree. It was more of a Nightbeat. Devoid of Logic, how you doing? I didn't say hi to you. I stated in your comments on this figure, but it's still in stock at Terry's TF Club. The guy that I bought it from TF Safari, and I looked it up because I always I'm in my reviews I like to say how much it goes for, and they were sold out. AliExpress also has this available, and I think they're selling it for like $80, which is it's still it's a good price. Again, the official one, non-trailer, is what 220, 250, something like that. It's worth it to just get the KO for 80. Absolutely. I got some MOTU stuff, some Master stuff. A couple of repeats here. I picked up the Horde Trooper. I actually picked up two of these just because I had one. And my Eternia layout here, I only had one Horde Trooper. So I grabbed two more. And I got a couple more like army builders coming. So I grabbed a couple of these. And then my local Walmart put these on clearance. The Moss Man here. And I already had Moss Man. In fact, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Fire Talks, I think you got you found my Moss Man for me, I think. But these finally, my Walmart in down here in Podunk, Florida, finally got these, and now they're on clearance. So I actually picked one of them so that I could have them. I have the Moss Man, like the G1 Moss Man on my display, and then I wanted to do the alternate one like this. And then my daughter saw me opening it and whatnot, so she wanted one. So then I got another one for her. So, yep, these are hitting clearance right now at Walmart. So if you guys haven't gotten these, go check those out. And then this next one hurt, man. Like, I actually got a couple of things in this week that kind of hurt, man. So I got Fangor, which is a really rare and hard to find figure. and he broke out of the package. As soon as I took him out of the package, that joint snapped, which apparently is a common thing for him. So I originally missed out on this figure, and I ended up paying more than double the original retail price for him. And then he broke out of the package, which absolutely pissed me off. I haven't even dared bend the knees yet on him. I'm hearing what you want to do is kind of just dip them in hot water before you try and move them around. So Todd Hebro, he made a video. It's actually kind of funny because like he made a video on how to fix these joints, and like a day or two after I watched that video, this happened to me. And I was like, I literally just saw a video on how to fix this. So I ordered the snake infiltrator that looks like the turning guards, but it's a snake man, because he is the closest in color to this guy. So I'm going to try to use Hebro's technique and replace the joint for this. And then once I do that, I'm going to boil him and see if I can move the rest of the joints. But from what on one of his live streams, I was participating in the chat and I commented about my Fangor breaking, and there are a couple of people that commented and said that Fangor apparently just breaks. It's notorious for breaking, which is kind of fucked up. You know, it was a very limited run figure. It was extremely hard to find, and then they're just snapping left and right. So Inu Tabi is in the house. Look at my broken Fangor. Inu Tabi is a fellow collector of MOTU. Look at my broken Fangor, man. It sucks. Out of the package, man. It snapped. Sucks. So I got a snake infiltrator coming, and I am going to attempt Hebro's joint repair, and I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, is Patriot Prime in here? Somebody said, "Hey, it's Patriot Prime." Oh, I was going to leave that for last in my things I got this week. Let's get caught up here. Oh, no breakage. Oh man, that sucks. Perhaps somewhere you can buy parts to replacement Ninja. I don't know, because that figure is so rare that I doubt that there's going to be parts for it later, unless somebody broke theirs and they're like, "Fuck it, I don't want it. Let me sell it online for parts." That might be a thing. Hey, V Revolticon, how are you? Good to see you. But I'm gonna try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to replace the joint with the one from the snake infiltrator. But before I do that, when I take the joint out of the snake infiltrator, I'm gonna measure it and I'm gonna try and print one. So then what I'll do is I'll put the actual one from the snake infiltrator into Fangor, and then the one that if I can get a good print, then I'll use that to fix the snake infiltrator, because that's just an army builder. And then I'll just put him as an Eternian guard somewhere in my layout there. So let's talk about some other things that I got. So we had a down. Let's talk about an up right behind me. I can't take these down because I actually taped them to the wall. I used that's, what is that called? You know, that little double-sided tape with a little tab that you pull? That's what I put these up with. But Fire Talks, I made a video on these already. Fire Talk sent me these. So right here, I got the this came off of the patent for the G1 Optimus Prime. Fire Talks actually 3D printed this. This 3D prints in two colors like this. And he was talking to me about the process of how he makes this happen. And it's actually really, really cool how he does that. I'm still running single spool printers, so I cannot do multiple colors like this, which is really cool. And then he also made these fake YouTube buttons for the Combros, for those of us that went to, like that, you know, those of us that like to meet up at TFCon. Fire Talks, did this also print multicolor, or did you like print the purple, the white, and the black separately? I'm going to guess this printed all together in multicolors like this. Just knowing Fire Talks, I'm gonna guess that's what he did. But we'll let him say something in the. It's multiple. I don't know what that means. It's multiple filaments, or it's multiple prints. Your answer tells us nothing, my friend. Yeah, we'll see, Ninja Bill. Hopefully I can. Hebro made a really, really good, like easy to follow video on how to take a joint off of a donor figure to fix these broken joints. Apparently, this is a thing that Mattel is doing now. So, multiple filaments on one print. Thank you, Fire Talk. That's what I figured. So, All right. So I also got, this is kind of off the cuff here, but I don't do a lot of content about this on my channel, but I am a big fan of RoboCop. And I got a haul the other day. I've been wanting to get the Kenner. So I've got the NECA RoboCop, I've got the NECA Ed 209, and I've got the Haya Toys Ed 209. I've actually reviewed those 209s, but I have always wanted the Kenner one. And so I found a Kenner Ed 209, and I got them in a lot with two RoboCop figures, which is actually really neat because the RoboCop figures, this one here, this is the Kenner one that kind of goes along with that Ed 209. And then I also got the one from Island Toys that they put out later down the road when about the time RoboCop 3 came out. And this one's electronic. And I'm going to be making videos on these too. So these, the one from Kenner, this one's got lights and sounds in it. This one's got a jetpack and some other stuff that goes with it that I don't know if you can hear it. See the little light blinking there? It's hard to see with the light on it, but his visor blinks and he's got like a jetpack sound. So I've got the jetpack coming. I've got one of the shoulder pads coming. And so also they made these, they made 3 variations of this figure. This one's the jetpack one. They made one with a repair chair, and then they made one with like a machine gun. It's the same mold. It's just the sound chip inside is different. And what's cool about these figures is that this arm comes off for the one with the machine gun, and you can replace the arm for the machine gun, the little replaceable machine gun thing that he did. So I ordered that so that I can put it, since it's the same mold, that way I can put the jetpack and the machine gun on this, and he'll have that. And then for the Kenner one, he's missing his gun. So what I did is I took my gun, my actual Auto 9 that I 3D printed, and I sized it down and made him his gun, which is pretty cool. And this is the one that uses the caps. So then I went online and I ordered caps, and I got a brand new pack of caps in the mail that I opened. And this is where things kind of go south. So the RoboCop with the caps works perfectly, absolutely perfectly. They roll, they snap, not very well because these caps are crap, but it works. For the Ed 209, I put the caps in, and the way these work is they got the little backpacks here. You see the little metal handle right there, and then you pull on the little handle, you release it, and that snaps the cap, right? Well, on the Ed 209, which I had been playing for the better part of a week with, as soon as I put caps in on this and I pulled the little lever and released it, the little lever snapped off. So I got to see him snap one snap, and then the lever just snapped off. And that's it. And he's done. JB, well, I thought about that too. I straight up Fire Talks. That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, okay, JB, well, I'll fix it. Here's the thing. There are no screws on this thing. There is no taking this apart to take that thing out. Like this thing pops open and you can see it right there. It's spring loaded, but there's no taking that out because you got to JB weld it and then you got to file it down and sand it and whatnot. And there's no taking that off, man. So it's freaking done. I got to see it snap once. How about that? So yeah, that's kind of how that goes, I guess. These are 40-year-old toys, you know. What are you going to do? But that's still something I've always wanted. And to be honest, once I saw the snaps and how they work, they barely work. They're really crappy. I'm kind of pissed that I paid what I paid for this, and I got to use it once, and they don't work well. Not even on camera. Yeah, right? If it would have at least broken on camera, that would have been cool. So... Bing Bong's toy says, Jesus Christ. Bing Bong Toys, that's what I said this week. Imagine being me with like just breaking toys left and right all week long. It sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. I wonder if I am able to share a picture because there's other stuff that I've been getting. share screen. So let me see if I can share the screen. So I've been getting some other stuff that's coming to me. Like for me, where I'm sitting at, it feels like I've just gotten a bunch of stuff this week, but it's really mostly like I've been piecing stuff together. And so the other thing that I've been getting a lot of pieces for, and I've actually restored and completed a play set, but it's kind of a little big. And so rather than bring it up here, I'll show you a picture of it. So I just restored and completed this. So this is an original Masters of the Universe Fright Zone. And the way this started was I got a friend, again, that toy dealer I was telling you about, he's like a neighbor of mine. He called me up a few months ago. He said, Bert, I got a bunch of stuff I'm throwing out. You want to come and look at it? And it was all Master stuff. That's where I got that Snake Mountain that I restored for my daughter. And there was a bunch of Master stuff in there. And there was the floor piece to this Fright Zone was in there. So over the last couple of months, I've been just piecing it together. I got the wall, the door, the other wall, the tree, the lever, and just kind of piecing it, here and there. So the last couple of pieces came in this past week, and then I made that custom snake, and I made a short, like a video short of that custom snake that I made. So I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna review this. I have reviewed this. I filmed this. I haven't uploaded the video yet. It's in the can, so it is done. I just need to upload it at some point. Hard to find one without piecing it together. That tree breaks, door hinge, etc. And that's exactly it in Utabi. A lot of broken stuff, right? So the little trap down here where you see Man at Arms is trapped in his foot. One of the little pegs was broken, so I had to fix that. The peg for the lever that releases and locks the door, that was broken, so I had to fix that. One of the tree branches was broken. I had to fix that. The latches that hold the whole thing together. So you see one latch down here. There's another one here behind Hordak that's missing. I used this one that you see in this picture, took measurements, created my own in the 3D model, and 3D printed it, sanded it down, painted it to match. So I had to, fabricate one of those latches. And Toy Poloi has 2 videos that he did restoring a Fright Zone. And basically, everything he did is exactly what I needed to do to fix my Fright Zone. These must be common breaks, because everything he did in his video is what I ended up doing in mine. Not in my video, in my restoration, rather. So I didn't even bother to really film myself restoring it or talk about it because Toy Poloi has already documented it very well. But yeah, so I just finished this, and I did shoot a review on it, and that will be coming very soon. So we'll turn that off. And then I also got in the last thing I got was completely just completely by surprise. I got a Patriot Prime review shirt. Check me out. Hey, Patriot Prime is here. Check it out. I got the Patriot Prime review shirt. This was a surprise gift. I found it in my laundry. Patriot Prime left it here when he came to visit for TFCon in Orlando. And I just found it hanging in my closet the other day. I'm like, where did this come from? Oh, I know where this came from. Must have gotten mixed up in the laundry. And the way I have so many t-shirts. Like, that's all I wear is t-shirts, right? I have so many. So I have to rotate them. So I have 2 drawers with folded up t-shirts and then a closet with hanging t-shirts. And so as I use the ones from the closet, they go into the laundry, and then I start taking the ones from the drawer and putting them in the closet, and they just kind of get rotated. So this was in the rotation. At some point, it took the better part of 3 months for it to get. I pulled another shirt off, and I pulled the shirt off, and I saw Patriot Prime logo behind it. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I pulled it out. I don't know how long it's been there. It's been in the rotation. Surprise laundry buddies. I sent Patriot Prime a picture of the. I sent them a message saying, "Hey, you're missing a Patriot Prime shirt." He goes, "Why?" And I sent them a picture of me going, "It's mine now." So this is something I got this week. This. Thank you, Patriot Prime, for the very generous gift of your shirt. Literally the shirt off his back. Deluxe Baldwin says PPR sweats a lot. Yes, he. Oh my God, dude. Okay, Patriot Prime, you had never been to Florida before, right? I don't think he had. We get to Orlando. So Patriot Prime spent a couple of days at my house before TFCon and after TFCon. We get to Orlando and he realizes he's left his hair gel, right? So he goes to the gift shop. He buys a thing of hair gel. And the whole time I'm like, dude, why are you buying hair gel? You don't need hair gel. I got to have hair gel for my... Okay, whatever. So he gets his hair gel. It proceeds to make himself a hair gel helmet for TFCon. And then we go into that dealer's room and it was so hot. It's Florida. It's Florida hot. For those of you who know, you know. Fire Talks and Deluxe Baldwin are commenting. Dude, it's like he created this insulating gel helmet and it was just pouring sweat all day, just pouring sweat. So he got a lot of guff about that, about being a sweaty boy. So smells like West Virginia. That's it, guys. That's what I got this week. I've got some good stuff. Got some good stuff that broke. Got some crappy Kenner stuff that also broke, but I also got some good stuff. And that's really kind of more than anything. I just kind of like I see my friends doing these videos about things they got in Utabi and Fire Talk, and I'm like, I wanna do what they do because I have no original ideas. So let me catch up on the comments here. Alex Dunn asks if I also have PPR underoos. Maybe we'll find out. I mean, if they're in the laundry, they'll come up in the rotation at some point, and I'll take a picture with them out over my head or something. Quentin Rom says it's mine now. Yes, it is, and Patriot Prime agreed. It's mine now. Fire Talk says what I need is a Fire Talks fanny pack. Surprise laundry buddies. PPR sweats a lot. I'm going to Toronto Comic Con on Friday. Sander, going to Toronto Comic Con on Friday. Good luck. Find good hauls, sir. Do a haul video like this one. It shows what you got. Deluxe says we thought we were going to have to call an ambulance for him. He looked like he was going to. He looked like he was hurting for a minute. Sweatpants Brigade. Patriot Prime says, "Oh God, stories." Yes, we got into the story time part of the video because we've ran out of things to show off. The hair hell, it was horrible. Hair gel is used to protect them from predators. It's like a rolled up armadillo. Alex then asks if it smells like pepperoni roll. That's not a West Virginia thing. That's the pork roll is more of a Philadelphia thing. Favorite Optimus Prime toy? Good question. There's so many to choose from. But right off the bat, one of my top 10, like my absolute, it's kind of a cop-out. My absolute favorite is G1 Optimus Prime. I mean, this guy lives on my desk. And then there's a few more over there. For obvious reasons. This is the one that I had as a kid. My first two Transformers were G1 Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. I don't know in which particular order. I just know that those were the first two that I had. But so if we have to pick one without, just leave G1 out and pick something else, one of the first ones that pops into my mind is Cybertron Optimus Prime, the original one, the Galaxy Force or Cybertron, or like the remake from a couple of years ago is cool, but that original Cybertron Optimus Prime is so good. He's huge, he's blocky, he's chunky, he's fun to play with, he's easy to transform, like he does the vehicle mode and the robot mode well. He's intricate, but he's so simple and fun and fast to transform. Fun modes, fun super mode, fun base mode, fun vehicle mode, flying vehicle mode. It's just, that is a good toy. Definitely in my top 5. I was going to say top 10. That's got to be my top 5. If not, my favorite after G1. It's just so good. Do I have any Mafex RoboCop? I don't know what that is in Utabi. But I do have a RoboCop helmet that I 3D printed. Oh man, I just started my most ambitious 3D print to date. Take this down. So this took me about 2 weeks to do, between printing, sanding, finishing, painting. But I 3D printed that. It's held with magnets, and now it's not holding properly. Something's not lined up right. There it is. It's held with both straps and magnets. It is wearable. I can put it on. So this took me about 2 weeks. And then this took me another week. Right here. So probably the most ambitious 3D print to date that I've had. I just started another print today that's even more ambitious than this one. It's another helmet, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to wait until I'm literally like 3 hours into printing. I got both my printers running right now, and I'm literally like 3 hours in. So I'm going to wait until I'm a little further along and it's safe to say what I'm doing. But that's definitely my most ambitious print yet. So Xander says, I'm fine. Patriot Prime says, yep, free gift inside. Is that for the shirt? Free gift inside the shirt. Engineer Hoy says, man, I miss so much running that booth. Engineer Hoyce was out there hustling, man. He was making that money. At one point, we were taking a group picture, and so what we did is we organized it so that we were going to take the picture in front of Fire Talks and Engineer Hoyce's booth. And there was like this really cool, I think it was TF Source had a big banner up there, and we were just going to take that group picture there. And so we all got together for the picture. Fire Talks, he's working with somebody. He finishes the sale, and then the next person is there. He goes, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a quick group picture, and I'll be right back. Engineer Hoyce, just business, hustling. Treebot standing behind me, and he goes, Engineer Hoyce, why'd you miss the group picture? I like money. And he sounded exactly like Mr. Krabs' voice perfectly, and I about passed out laughing. It was so funny. Pepperoni roll is not pork roll, says Patriot Prime. Okay, is there something I don't know? What is a pepperoni roll a West Virginia thing then that I was not aware of? I need to know. Bert, we need more Beast Wars shorts, or at least full reviews, says Ionicus Toy Reviews. Okay. I mean, I've been kind of throwing out what I've been doing is like every figure that I review, I'm throwing out a short also, which is actually really helping with the algorithm. And then I'll just grab random either G1 or Beast Wars figures to throw. Like if I don't have a review and I just need something to put out, I'll just do a quick short on them. And literally right here behind this door is my bin with all my Beast Wars figures. So it's like real easy to just open this door and grab one. And they're right there. Like over on TikTok, there's like this one person that will not stop asking me to do Armada toys. And I'm like, well, if and when I get to them, I'll do them. But like they're somewhere over there, you know. The Beast Wars ones are right here. So, I could maybe start doing some Beast Wars because right now on the new figure front, it's kind of slow, and the Optimus Prime front is kind of slow too. So, and throw out some G1s and some Beast Wars. Maybe I could start doing that. Sander says, awesome job, man. Oh, the helmet. Yeah, dude, I'm so proud of this. Like, this is my first undertaking of doing something. Like, I mean, I used to be in the 501st, so prop building is not new to me. But I was usually, I always worked with stuff that was pre-molded, you know, vacuum form stuff that other people made. All I was doing was assembling it, and, you know, sanding it, cutting it, assembling it, finishing, painting, detail, that kind of stuff, right? Never really like made it from scratch. So to start this off, 3D print and then smooth it down and then get it to that level of shine, I was super stoked with the way this came out. Really, really happy. So thank you for that. Is it one of the G1 helmets? I haven't even thought about doing a Transformers helmet. No, this is something else. It's another license that I collect and I'm a fan of. And then possibly after this one, my daughter's really been bugging me. She wants me to make her a tech helmet from Bad Batch, from Star Wars. She wants, so I might do, after I finish this one, I might work on the Bad Batch helmet for her. She wants tech and she wants Wrecker, but she wants tech for her and she wants Wrecker for me. Okay, so Patriot Prime says apparently pepperoni roll is a West Virginia thing, and he'll send me one. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get Patriot Prime's pepperoni roll in me. Do whatever you want with that. Patriot Prime is going to screenshot that and make a super chat out of it. Money. Great Lakes Comic Con last month, and the 501st were there. Yeah, I joined the 501st way back in like 2002, I think. They were only like 501st had only been around for like 4 or 5 years tops at that point, so it's still in its infancy. And I was with the 501st for many years, up until I'd say, but Disney. Once Disney came along, a lot of people ended up leaving, and for reasons that I'm not going to get into. A lot of things changed. A lot of the way the organization was handled changed, and even the way the organization is handled now is just not something that appears to be a lot of fun. It's not as fun as it used to be. At the risk of sounding like an old timer, it's just not what it used to be. So we'll see. So yeah, we've been going on for 42 minutes. So I think I'm going to cut it out there. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. Just figured, you know what? Let's do an impromptu live and see how many people jump on. Kind of show off what I've been working on and with stuff that I've been getting. I've got more stuff in the mail coming. Really proud of that too. I actually had a couple of comments on this one. People telling me you should sell those. So I don't know. The thing of it is that some of the stuff that I make, there isn't really like a market for it. Like I make those wings for the Shogun for the Jumbo Machinder Mazinger Z. There's not that many in the U.S. That was a Japanese only back in the 70s. There's not that many people that have them in the U.S. So, I sold a couple of them and then the well just kind of dried up. How many people have Famicom disc systems that need, with enough discs that they need disc holders? There's not that many. So, but really happy with the way that turned out. Great stream. Have a great week. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. As always, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. See you guys.